Hi, time to read Chapter 15 of Rules. Starts at page 145, and it's called Solving One Problem Can Create Another. I look over the top of my sketchbook at Jason's mother standing alone. Before I can ask where Jason is, she opens the door and he comes into the waiting room on his own. He has a new wheelchair with a joystick on the armrest. His fingers circle the joystick, and the wheelchair whirls past the front windows across the carpet right up beside me. Wow. I toss my sketchbook on the waiting room couch. How wonderful, Mom says. He never wanted a motorized chair before. Mrs. Morehouse smiles at Mom, but lately he wants to do lots of things for himself. He's even doing his hand exercises again. Jason reddens, flipping open his communication book. And since his birthday is this weekend, Mrs. Morehouse continues, his father and I knew this would be the perfect present for him. This is cool. I lean close for a good look. How's it work? Jason positions his hand on the joystick, and the chair surges forward, a foot forward, then back. Catherine, walk outside, me too. You want to take a walk? Outside? I glance at his mother. With me? Take my cell phone. She opens her purse. Call here if you need help. The phone number is on those business cards at the reception desk. The receptionist circles the phone number on the card, but even with the number, the cell phone, 2 blank cards, and a pencil in my pocket, I don't feel prepared. What if I can't help him, or I need something, or I can't understand him? I hold the door open, and on his fourth try, Jason makes a turn around the door frame. All the way down the ramp, I hold my breath, repeating slow, slow in my head like a prayer so he doesn't go too fast and tip or fall. At the bottom of the ramp, I let my breath go in a relieved whoosh. Where to? Clusters of people stand near the shops, and the brick sidewalks look too bumpy and uneven for a wheelchair. I wish I could take Jason to Elliot's Antiques and show him all the bottles and old things, but there is a long flight of stairs, and the aisles are too narrow for a wheelchair. Water, Jason taps. You need a drink? Go to water. Between the buildings, waves glitter with sun diamonds. I scan the route for problems down the parking lot. Watch out for broken tar and the sewer grate. Cross the street, easy. Go to the driveway at Otis's Hardware and use the little ramp for the curb, a sharp turn. Down the sidewalk in front of Coastal Marine Supply, looks good from here. After that, smooth paths run all the way through the waterfront park, home free. I glance back to the clinic. Mom and Mrs. Morehouse wave from the window. Okay, but we can't stay long. Your mom will be mad if you miss speech. Whatever speech. I walk beside his wheelchair and imitate speech woman. Well, Jason, I guess your day stinks, Footsteps pound behind us, and 2 women jog by, one on each side of Jason and me. One of the women gives Jason a soft-eyed pity look. Watching the soles of their sneakers running away, I push my hands into my pockets and touching my pencil, the business card, and the flat-topped buttons of Jason's mother's cell phone. Maybe I shouldn't have agreed to go so far. As we reach the crosswalk, a car stops for us. I stare at the curls of hair on the back of Jason's neck as we cross the street. An old couple stands on the curb, the woman hunting for something in her purse. Excuse me, I say, we need the ramp. Oh, sorry. The man glances at Jason's legs. They move on, the woman still searching her purse. I walk ahead on the sidewalk, kicking away pine cones and rocks and the sticks so his chair won't get stuck on them. When I turn back, Jason's coming up behind me, his fingers resting in sharp angles on his communication board, his eyes fixed on the water. It's beautiful, isn't it? I say. He nods. More than awesome. What? What word means more than awesome? Yes. Looking across the sun-dazzled waves, I have no word. I think after awesome, you're done with words. Make card more than words. Even though we're blocking the sidewalk and people have to step on the grass to go around us, I take a blank card from my pocket and write more than words across the top. Searching for something to draw, not even the ocean seems enough. No picture. In his book, the card stands out against the others I've made, plain as the field of new snow. You're right, I say. That way it can be anything you imagine. The air smells fishy, a green-brown, deep water smell. I choose the path winding along the shore, leading to a row of red-painted benches, facing the ocean. Down the shoreline, a fishing boat pulls up to the dock at the seafood restaurant, and a man in a long white apron rushes down the gangplank to meet the boat. Side by side, Jason and I take up the whole path. A girl bumps my arm, rushing around us, walking 2 black poodles. Sorry, she says over her shoulder. I whisper to Jason, She's late for the dog show. Ha! Jason flashes me a grin. Maybe that bench by the wharf? I usually love listening to the pilings creaking, purring motorboats, and the sharp kyow of gulls, but today my ears are full of the sound of Jason's wheelchair and the silence of people who suddenly stop talking as we pass. A man meets my gaze. He smiles, but I can only nod back, unable to let go to the clench of my teeth. At the long town wharf, a seagull stands on twig legs, facing the wind, shaking his feathers dry. He reaches around to preen his wing as a group of preschoolers lean over the wharf railing, dropping rocks off the side. I hear snatches of voices as we come closer to the wharf. You don't even need this, but it'll make you feel better. Reaching down, a girl puts a bandage on a little boy's elbow. Her head is bowed, but I know her hair. Parted on the side, a strand separate from having been twirled, I fall to one knee on the path and dip my head to peer between the slats of an empty bench. Was that boy in an accident? The child says, pointing at Jason. Did he get hurt? I watch Christy startle, looking at Jason. She turns away quickly and touches her index paper to the child's lip. Shh, it's not polite to talk about people. Jason backs his wheelchair up the path toward me, and I lean so his chair is between me and Christy and me. He stops, struggling to look over his shoulder at me. I'm coming, I say. He taps, but I can't see his communication book from the ground, and I'm too scared to stand up. My shoelace is tied, but I hold the loop in my fingers, knowing when I let go I'll have to do something. Why can't I just stand up and say, "Hi, Christy"? Okay, grab your partner's hand, everyone, a woman yells. Time to get back to the bus. I peek, enough to see Christy take the child's hand. She follows the line of students, stuffing the bandage wrappers in her short pockets. I stand slowly. I'm all set. At the empty bench closest to the wharf, I sit on the very edge of the wooden seat and watch Christy growing tinier the farther she walks down the pathway. Jason taps, and I tear my focus away from Christy passing the last streetlight at the edge of the park. Catherine pretty today. I nod. It is a very pretty day. Jason touches my arm. Catherine pretty. My neck feels prickly. I rub it, looking down to a frill of seaweed, bits of rope, and a broken lobster trap caught between the huge rocks at the water's edge. What does he mean? Is he being nice or telling me he likes me? When things get confusing, make a joke. No, I cross my eyes at him. I'm a dork. Jason doesn't smile. We should get back. Speech woman will be coming out to get you. But Jason doesn't circle his fingers on the joystick. He turns to a new page in his communication book. My birthday party. Do you want to come? The cards sit alone on the page, new and homemade. My birthday party has red and blue balloons and a chocolate brown cake. I don't know why, but I feel jealous that his mom made him nicer cards than usual. But that feeling mixes with sadness that he had to ask her to make these words so that he could invite me to his party. I tell myself it's a simple invitation to a birthday party, not a date. Sure, when's your party? Saturday. My breath catches. This Saturday? Jason nods. Is good? Yes, it's great. No problem at all. Walking back to the clinic, a woman reading on the grass stares over the top of her book at Jason. I stare back. Even though I told Jason it was great that his party is Saturday, it's more than great. It solves everything. Almost. And we'll stop there.